are we raising a nation of slaves? Are we raising a nation of slaves? Is a good question that we need to ask. If you look at Nigeria and in Africa, the way we raise children, chances are we're raising slaves. We're raising them to be slaves. Majority of the children that are raised in Africa, in Nigeria, whatever, South Africa, we train them in a way, where they're emotionally abused. A lot of them are emotionally abused. Their parents insulted them, their mother, their father insulted them. They went to school where the teacher insulted them or even physically assaulted them, And the childhood that we give many of them is pretty much like this. If an adult is insulting, you should not talk back. You are supposed to, whatever treatment an adult gives you, are supposed to accept it. And all these things cumulatively, it destroys the child's sense of self-esteem. You make the child from a young age feel that they are worthless. Now that's from the parent side. Now they're in a country, that someone said, if you want to summarize Nigeria in a sentence, is a country whereby your life is not important. And they live in a country where that is the message they learn. Because if your life was important, you have 24 hours electricity, you have good food, you have a health care, you will be guaranteed jobs when you come out of school, you have a good school system. If your life was important, you're going to have all these things. But because it's not important, you don't have none of these things in most of these African countries. So a child internalizes that message too from the government that their life is not important. We raise these people to see themselves as powerless. And then we raise them in a way that they become slaves to their desires, slaves to foreign goods, slaves to sex, slaves to alcohol, slaves to drugs. They use some of these things to cope with their bad childhood. And this is how they grow up into adulthood. And then we are worried and we are wondering, why is that these young people are not changing the bad conditions we have in the country? The reason why they're not doing that is because we are raising children into adulthood who we make them feel powerless. We summarize to them that their life is not important and they accept it. So how can they now change the country where they have all this bad upbringing? So for me, I think we're raising a nation of slaves. But let me know what you think in the comment section.